Good morning. Here on the Beneva roadside again. I'm getting ready to get around to other areas soon, but here again on Beneva, where I start most all of my days. Again, I'm sorry to have to be seen with a Band-Aid on my nose all the time, but I put some extra Aqua Velva on, and I hope I'm presentable enough for this right now. So anyway, I've been reviewing my files again, and I found a brief. I was reminded of another brief. Like I said before, there are some official corruption that are really kind of obsessed about the moon, and mostly I think what everyone else experiences day to day, there aren't any indications of it. Hopefully everyone's all right. But the brief I was reminded of is from almost exactly 12 years ago, in August of 2010, where one of the old criminals wanted to say a Mond stirs. And one of them right now, if you were here, you would have heard of one of them from the Mufflers town south of here. They're an obsessed abuse family and associates from a church, and he just wanted to try to accuse me about it. Say Mond stirs, and then he say it again, stir. They're really partly from insanity. So anyway, what he meant by it back in 2010 and again now is using the German word for moon, Mond, and the word, and now they just repeat it again, and stirs from kind of like a not really not really primitive, but not really primitive, but just like a very basic kind of attitude of stirring toxins, and I remember that there had been a difficulty back during the time frame when I first encountered the thread, and I don't remember exactly who I sent the report to or how much commenting of awareness there was back then, but certainly there was some. And I do remember a day out on Bee Ridge Road riding a bus when I guess maybe Mexican man, kind of heavy and with a big truck, a big kind of truck that carries maybe phosphate or whatever flavor, was standing out on the roadside for some reason, told to look towards me, holding some kind of a steel pot with a thick stirrer, stirring it, very slowly. And uh, when he looked toward me, it looked like the affectation that covers the eyes momentarily occurred, possibly from the old stain malpractice. Like I said before, what I've seen is a lot of the very precise kind of moon manipulation pivots on the 1981 medical malpractice accusation most specifically. So anyway, this continues to just be for everyone being safe. Being safe. The difficulty is that I guess some of kind of ancient conspiracy orientation pivoted a lot on the moon before much was learned about it during these modern times, and that no matter what was learned scientifically, that there were some who insisted on maintaining old teachings pertaining to the moon instead. And what we need, it's worrisome. I remember years ago in the library, they used to have a worrisome advertisement on the wall, a photograph of a pretty young couple holding hands, facing away from the camera, dressed up from the wedding, starting to walk up towards the moon. You see, that is really a very terrible deception, and it's propagated by an old corruption that doesn't really like the married couple or anything of the future for them. And we're also worried about sometimes you see books directed towards children that show Santa's sleigh heading up towards the moon. So we just got to hope that the old deceptions are overcome, and that the future becomes more sensible pertaining to the moon. And again, I'm sorry about having to adjust this Band-Aid. It's kind of irritating and it looks bad, but it's still a necessity. I experienced some medical malpractices before, and I'm just convinced that I'm having to wait. Maybe next month. I contacted a clinic a few weeks ago, but they didn't want to answer me. And then somebody got into traffic broadcasting, accusing that I tried to get them closed down some years ago. So anyway, I'll be working on the matter and hope Hope people aren't offended too much about me. I can always be seen with a Band-Aid on my nose. I hope everyone's having a good day. Thanks again for your consideration.